Having 10-year-old tyres on a vehicle probably isn't a great idea anyway, but in the UK from the 1st of February 2021, construction and use regulations will not allow tyres aged over 10 years old to be used on certain vehicles. Stick with us to find out if this affects you. Don't forget to check out our other videos on everything campervan and motorhome related, from solar to water, heating to gadgets, tyres to trips. If you like this video, please do hit the thumbs up. It really does help me to know what you like, and you can ask any questions or give feedback in the comments. If you want to make sure you don't miss any of our future videos, please hit the subscribe button, and clicking the bell will give you a notification when a new video goes live. Finally, if you do decide to hit the thumbs down, it would be great if you could also leave a comment so I know what you didn't like. I think I'd be looking to replace any tyres that are over 10 years old anyway, but from the 1st of February 2021, the construction and use regulations in the UK set by the DVSA do not allow tyres aged over 10 years old on the front steered axles of HGVs, buses, coaches, or all single wheels fitted to a minibus with 9 to 16 passenger seats. So if this was found to be the case, it would mean a dangerous fail at the annual test. If it was inspected at a DVSA enforcement check, tyres aged over 10 years old, if found on those positions, will be considered a dangerous and will attract an immediate prohibition notice. It will also be a requirement for the manufacturer's date, which is coded on the tyre, to be legible on all tyres fitted to HGVs, trailers over 3.5 tonnes, buses, coaches and minibuses. If a tyre is a retread, then the manufacturer date is taken from when the tyre was retreaded. Before we look at how this could affect those of us with motorhomes or campervans, why has this law come into effect? Department for Transport research shows tyres degrade whether they are being used or not. While the tyre may have good tread, the overall condition of the tyre will have deteriorated over time. Tyres are marked with a manufactured date. In this case, the 0907 indicates it was made in week 9 of 2007. So let's now look at who this new law could impact. If your vehicle is registered with a maximum authorised mass of 3.5 tonnes or less and not classified as a minibus, it won't impact you. If you have a vintage vehicle, even if you fall into the impacted categories, the DVSA say vehicles aged 40 years or older that are no longer produced and have been maintained in their original condition are exempt from the tyre age requirement, along with the current MOT exemption for this type of vehicle. If your vehicle is classified as a minibus and it has 9 to 16 passenger seats, the new law will apply. But what if you've removed the seats so you now have 8 or less, but your van is still registered as a minibus? Well, it might affect you. The DVSA say if we encounter a vehicle at the roadside which appears to be a minibus with seats removed, we would look at the DVLA and vehicle technical records to see what the vehicle is registered as. If there is a mismatch, we would investigate further, and there could be other implications not just relating to the older tyre ban. If your vehicle has a maximum authorised mass of over 3.5 tonnes, it gets a bit more complicated. If your vehicle is classified as a Motor-Caravan on the V5, the DVSA say a Class 4 Motor-Caravan is out of scope for the new tyre regulations. What if your vehicle is over 3.5 tonnes but isn't classified as a Motor-Caravan? Well, on that case, the DVSA say if this vehicle is now converted and meets the definition of a Class 4 Motor-Caravan, then it will not be within the new tyre age regulations. However, if the vehicle is fitted with aged tyres, then we strongly recommend that the tyres are regularly inspected by a competent person. They need to assess and manage any risk associated with using old tyres. So this suggests it could be down to whether your MOT tester will carry out a Class 4 MOT on your vehicle, or a roadside inspector would judge it as meeting the definition of a Class 4 Motor-Caravan. It's important to remember that the Department for Transport's definition of a Motor-Caravan differs to the DVLA's definition for a body type. So see the link in the video notes for the internal features that the DVSA would expect to see. We're seeing some reports of it being harder than it used to be to get MOT testers to carry out a test as presented, as in some cases it's open to interpretation and could put the MOT tester at fault. If you fall into this category, it's possible that you may not get a Class 4 MOT. Finally, if your motorhome or campervan is classed as a living van, as we're starting to see more often for those that have a garage that could be used for carrying goods or equipment not related to camping. As these need a HGV test, they appear to be included in the new law from this response from the DVSA. If they're tested as a HGV, yes. If it's a Class 4, then no. Of course, a regular tyre check of pressures, condition and age is something that should be done anyway to keep you and your van safe. But I hope that the information here has helped to at least clarify some points. Thanks for watching our video, and as always, if you have any questions or feedback, please pop them in the comments below. If you find the video useful, please like, share and consider subscribing.